Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Welcome, welcome. Today we're going over a Bereshit again, chapter 1. We already did day 1, but we're just going to go over it back and continue to day number 2. This is our Good Morning Torah session. I try to keep it at 8 o'clock on the Sabbath. Let's try to be consistent as much as I possibly can. So Shabbat Shalom, right? And we're trying to look at Hebrew Bereshit in Hebrew right now. Okay, so this is for people who are interested in learning how to read Ivrit. Okay, and as usual, I didn't get to post my stuff, so let me try to do some sharing here. And let me check if the audio is coming through fine. One moment. Testing mic check. Testing mic check. I'm not hearing anything. Mic check 1 3. Tested mic check. Mic check. I'm not hearing anything. Let me check on my YouTube channel. YouTube should be okay. Let's see. I think I can hear myself on YouTube. All right. Let me try to do this again. Let me close this. Not sure why it's not working on Twitch. Let me just look at this a little bit more and see why is it not working on Twitch. What's going on? If anybody's on Twitch, if you can hear me, where's my comment section? Let me know. Welcome, welcome. Shalom, shalom, Shabbat, shalom. I can't. This is the first time I can't hear myself on Twitch, and I don't know how to troubleshoot this stuff. Oh, okay, I got it. Got it. Got it. We're in business. All right. All right. Shabbat shalom again. So let's go to the board. Okay, I don't think you can hear me. All right. Can I hear me when I change screen? So let me try to fix what's causing that. Give me a moment. I'm gonna try changing screen again. You're not gonna hear me. This stuff is all new, right? I'm just trying trying to help people out here, right? 1 second. You're not gonna hear me, but I'm trying to figure it out what's going on. All right, let's try now. Testing. Okay. Now that they can hear me, um, yeah. Now let's go to the board. And again, Shabbat Shalom. Big up yourself if you don't know. And we're just going to read Bear Sheet. Let me bring up some more. Let me see how it looks to everybody. People can read that. It looks clean to me. I can read it. And my eye them not good like that, you know. Let me see if we can see it on YouTube if it looks clear. If it looks clear on YouTube. I like how it's looking. Yeah, I like how it look. It look nice. It look proper. Big up Jamaica, you don't know already. You know what I mean? Country from birth. You know what I mean? Yeah. All praise to the Most High. So let's do another slow read of Bereshit. Like I said, we already did day one, but we want to go back over day one and just keep adding, right? And we're going to go over day one, continue to day number two, right? I was thinking about today just going over the entire chapter of Bereshit. It's just that it's so hard to read, man. But we can try. Okay. So starting from right to left again, Bereshit, and also I did a video on YouTube for people on Twitch. You can come and check it out. Explaining the prepositions. Okay. And that's kind of what I wanted to touch on a little bit in this video, right? The video that I did, it explains the preposition, but now I want to, point them out a little bit more while we read. Okay. Bereshit. So here we do have a preposition here. If you're on blueletterbible.org, you'll see come up. I'm not sure how much of this website I can display on a video. I think there's a limitation and all of that before you get strike, right? I'm not sure how much you can show, but I don't think you can show everything. Um, Here, so I might have to just do slides instead and just copy the stuff, put it on a PowerPoint, and then do it that way. Might be better because I don't think you can show too much of the people on website. Be, this is the bait here, preposition, which means in, with, or by, right? I've explained that a lot of times in my videos. And that's what it is. And this is how it's used with a word, right? It's inseparable. It's attached to that word. Okay. So we got Bereshit bara Elohim, eight Hashemayim were eight Haaretz. And these two diamonds at the end means that it's like a full stop. Okay. And this little, if you can see my mouse, this little almost like a triangle looking shaped thing is like a comma, if you want to say. Okay. So you'll be like Bereshit bara Elohim. So you slow down there. Eight Hashemayim were eight Haaretz. So that's one sentence is done. Moving on to the next sentence. We haaretz ayitha tohu wavohu. We choshek al pnei tehom. We ruach Elohim merachefet al pnei hamayim. Wayamer Elohim yehi or. Wayehi or. Okay. And so, sorry about that. And so we know that or is talking about the light, right? And so while you continue to read, you're going to see how naming things is very important. I always say this a lot, that name, be careful how you're naming your child, because there's power in name, giving somebody or something a name. Giving a name is assigning roles. Okay. That's when, according to the ancient Near Eastern people, this is when you're creating something. This is when something is becoming alive. By you giving it a name, you're giving it a purpose. Okay. So a lot of people today believe that when what's happening in Bereshit is God is creating material things, right? But to the ancient Near Eastern people, they're understanding that things are getting their roles, which is why a lot of people are confused as to why is the sun and the moon being created on the fourth day, right? Because they're looking at it as God is just now getting the hammer and whatever he's using to build and create, like materialize the sun and the moon, which is not what's happening. Okay. Um, sorry. So Wayahi, which means and it be, right? And it happened. Verse number 4. Wayar Elohim Eid Haor Kitov. And that phrase Kitov, that it was good, right? Tov means good. Like we say Bokir Tov, which means good morning, or you could say morning good. Laila Tov, good night, or night good, right? We say night good, but this actually means good night, right? Adjective came first. Um, Laila Tov, sorry, the adjective came after. My bad. Um, Wayavdel Elohim Bain Haor Uvain Hachoshek. So, that's the light. Bain means separate or between, right? Between. This would be the separation here. And this would be between. Bain means between. There's another word like Bain or Ben, which means sun, but that one is without that yod that you're gonna see here, is without this yod here that is in the middle. That's how you're gonna know the difference, right? Just think about the yod in between, okay, in between the bait and the nun, and that's how you're gonna remember this one is for between, okay. That's how you kind of add vocabulary words to your words to your vocabulary, okay. um Haor uvein ha-choshek. So dealing with the or, which is the light, and the choshek, which is the darkness. So we got two elements here. We got the light, the or, and we got the choshek, which is the darkness. Okay. Waikra Elohim la or yom. So now we're seeing God is giving the light a new name. Okay. Now we see light is being called Yom, which is day. Okay, Yom is day. So now light, Kara, name is being called, um, sorry, not name, but called day. Light is now being called day. Where Choshek and the Choshek or the darkness, Kara called Laila. Remember I was saying Laila Tov means good night. Laila means night. Okay. So now we see the darkness now takes on a name, which is Lila. Wayahi Erev. Erev is evening. Wayahi Boker, or Voker rather. Wayahi Voker, and that's morning, right? So you got that two words here, Voker, Boker Tov, right? Wayahi Voker, Yom Echad. And Echad means one, or here it means first. So we got that. That is day one. We already went over day one already, but I know, especially on Twitch, the video don't stay long; they just get deleted back. Trying to learn more about how this Twitch platform works, and and on YouTube, I think it's still up, so we're just gonna keep on pushing. So if anyone on Twitch want to uh, watch the reruns from after a week, because I think it won't stay for a week. I don't know much about that platform. You can always come over YouTube and watch. Okay. So that is day one. We just redo day one. Now we're going to push on to day number 2. Starting at verse 6. Wayamer Elohim Yehi Rakia. So now we're moving on to the Rakia, which is the firmament. Betok Hamayim Yehi Mavdil Bain Mayim Lamayim. Remember, Bain, which means between, right? So now we're going to have the separation from the Mayim, which is water, and the Rakia, which is the firmament. Okay. So that's what's going to be happening. We're going to have the separation of the water and the firmament, or what people call the expansion. Okay. Wayas Elohim ate harakia wayavdel bain hamayim asher mitachat larakia uvein hamayim asher me'al larakia wayehi chen, which you know already in English that he's separating the, what do you call it, the rakia, which is a firmament, from under the water, divide the waters upon the waters and so forth. Okay. From under, tachat, which means under. There's another preposition that I also talked about, which is the lamed, which means to, towards. Let me see if they talk about it here. What the preposition here means. Nope, they don't. They don't explain you what it means here. But that's what it means, to or towards. Another preposition that I didn't talk about, which is the mem preposition, or the min preposition, which can be written like this with just the mem alone, which means from. I might have to do another video on that portion. Okay. So we know what was happening here. So it's going to make it separated from the waters from the sky, right? Or from the firmament, right? Okay. Waikra Elohim Larakia. So now we know Waikra means he's going to call, right? Waikra, just like we saw before. Waikra, and he called. So now this Rakia is going to take on a new name as well. That's in verse 8. Waikra Elohim Larakia. So Elohim, which everybody know means God. Elohim Larakia Shamayim. So he is calling now the Rakia a new name, Shamayim, which is heaven, our sky. Wayehi Erev, Wayehi Vokir, Yom Sheni. And that would have just been day number 2 in Bereshit. So we're just going to read day number 2 by itself again. And then we'll see if we can read everything. Okay. Day number 2 is very short, right? It's pretty much just giving it a name, basically. Verse 6. Wayomer Elohim Yehi Rakia Betoch Hamayim Wayehi Mavdel Bain Mayim Lamayim Wayaas Elohim Eighth Harakia Wayav Del Bain, Hamayim, Asher, Mitachat, Larakia, Uvain, Hamayim. Asher, and as I said many times, Asher is a good word to add to your vocabulary. It's also going to help you to know when to slow down, right? Because it means who, which, are that. Okay. May al Larakia. And if you could add this to your understanding, your learning, the Athnak, which is this little triangle looking thing, which is also going to help you, which really and truly will help you understand how to slow down when reading, because it's kind of hard to know when to pause, when to break when you're reading Hebrew. You get tired very easily. Okay, so that's going to help you. And reading on, Wayehi Chen. And then we have the Sof Pasuk at the end, which is basically these two diamonds, which means full stop, end of the verse. It's very important to know that because in your translation, sometimes they do not divide up the verses properly. Okay, sometimes they don't. So it's good when you know. Next verse. Waikra Elohim Larakia Shamayim. And can add that word to your vocabulary, Shamayim, which means heaven. Wayehi Erev, Wayehi Vokir. Remember, Erev means evening, and Bokir means morning. Wayehi Vokir, Yom. Remember, Yom means day. Sheni, Sheni rather. Yom Sheni. That's the second day. Okay. So that's the reading for Bereshit chapter 1 and day number 2, right? I am going to do another session on. I either want to talk about, and I'm going to do it right now too. I just want to separate the videos. Either we're going to talk about the book of Maccabees because Anakha is coming up soon, or we're just going to talk about people who got called to teach the Bible, the Word of God, because there's nothing wrong with spreading the message. Everybody should be spreading the message. But when it comes to breaking down prophecies or breaking down the scriptures and giving the understanding, it's not anybody is allowed to do that. Okay. So hope you guys can join me back for the next session. Until next time, later out. Love your Hebrew. If you need any help with learning your Hebrew, just hit me up and let me know. All right. Shalom, shalom. Have a blessed Sabbath.